Yeah, so top three albums, I would say Heaven and Hell, Black Sabbath. I would say Sad Wings of Destiny, Judas Priest, and Black Rose by Thin Lizzy.
Great choices. Yeah. And you, Parker?
Well, I'll say the caveat is that I personally cannot narrow my taste down to three, but I will give you three.
Sorry.
Don't do me like that, bro. Fuck.
So I'm gonna go with start number one. I'm gonna do Blue Murder, self-titled. Great record, awesome production. John Sykes just kills it everywhere. Number two, let's go with Lightning to the Nations by Diamond Head. Cool record. I mean, I really like. I mean, it's not the most like refined thing, but I think it was one of the earlier like records that I personally discovered from that kind of style. And I don't know, they're a really fucking sick band to listen to. Like they sound really good as a band. Yeah, I mean, I'll go with that one, and then let's see here. The last one. Maybe I should pick something from the 70s. Let's go. Well, you know what? Because we're talking about Alive, I'm gonna go with is this Alive? I think this is Alive. I'm gonna go. I would have said Rainbow Live 77 because that's probably my favorite live album, but I'm gonna go with Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same, because I discovered that one when I was younger. Yeah, that was like the first live album I really got into, and that, I don't know, that's like the best, or at least a lot of the best. There's stuff they didn't play there, but that's a lot of like the money from Led Zeppelin is in that record. And it's really cool. They're a sick live band. They extend like Dazed and Confused and all that, like, it's really cool. So those will be my three records, but obviously there's a lot more I could have named.
Yeah, I know. I'm sat here like surrounded by music. Someone asked me, I haven't got a clue really. I know Skid Row is one of my favourite albums. But yes, everyone's like, why? Because it is. My youth. Right.
Okay, well, I'll go first again. Then I'll say Paul Rodgers is one of my like absolute icons growing up, and then we have Ron and James Dio, which is just the greatest ever. Period. And then we've got Bruce Dickinson. Those are my top three.
Great choice.
All right. Well, I mentioned Blue Murder, so I'll go with John Sykes again. That guy's great. Beyond that, I mean, I'll say because I'm a guitar player, I'll stick to guitar players. I could say singers too. I mean, Sykes was a singer, but he's a guitar player too. I'll go with James Hetfield, and I'll go with this on the basis of his rhythm guitar playing and his songwriting, because I think that's, he's not really. I mean, he has a couple leads. I think some of the songs. He's not a lead player, but that's what he really brings to the table. I think that's really cool. And then I'll go with Michael Schenker.
Okay, so do you prefer then vinyl or digital?
I mean, I think nothing, because of the simplicity, I tend to listen to digital more when I'm, in the gym or just going around in the car, whatever. Car usually CD actually, but yeah. Vinyl, nothing beats it in terms of, just having the physical product there, being able to open up the case and fucking, smell it, read all the stuff. Like, that's the best way to listen to music for the experience. Sonically, I think you can do better. You can do better digitally. You can do better on the CD, but just the experience of the vinyl says it all to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say like it's they both have their own place. Like, I can't bring my vinyl like turntable and headphones around with me when I'm at the gym. Like, let alone a stack of records too. Like, so like the digital there, and I think just because the digital, like so many more people now around the world can like experience your music. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. But yeah, like, the vinyl is you pick it up and you see it, and it's like, that's how you really, like, if you want to get to know the music, if you really want to listen to an album, you get the vinyl, because that's how you experience it. You can actually see like who created it. Like, you don't really see that on digital. You can't see who's in the band and who did what and who did the artwork. And I think that's kind of sad, because like, it's a lot of fucking work to put together a record.
Yeah.
And god damn it, if you want to support a band, you get their album,
Yes. Absolutely.
I'll say really quick too, like with the sound quality, I think, most people, they say vinyl sounds better because when you listen to vinyl, you tend to have a nice turntable and speaker system, and like, that's a much better. You should always, if you can, listen to music in stereo because that's how it's made to be listened to, you know. But and most people they listen to digital, they just have their phone or their shitty little ear pods or whatever, and it's like, yeah, no wonder you think digital sounds worse. But if you have a really good, really high end sound system and you have the digital file is technically more transparent. The vinyl colors the sound a little bit and it gives it like that warmth and it makes it feel more vintage. And like a lot, like I really like that sound. So, you know, I'm not like, you know, but in terms of quality, like some people like to argue, it's like, well, you know, it's really the speakers that you listen to with it, the file wise, it's kind of the same. So
someone was telling me that this guy's got like he has different speakers for different vinyl albums, which is a bit weird. So it keeps unplugging. Yeah,
I mean, you know,
each their own.
I like it.
So
their own each. Right. Okay. So, what song from the live album would wake you up in the morning?
Would wake me up in the morning.
I mean, I would say the opener would wake you up just based on how the song starts. I think that's a great alarm clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, personally, I don't like to be waking up so abruptly, man. I think I'd go with Rhythm of Desire. The opener was Fall in Line. Rhythm of Desire, though, that's about halfway through the set. That's the opener of the second side, if you get the vinyl. It starts with a guitar solo. It's like a little swell thing, and then it kind of gradually builds up. And I think that's a really cool. Yeah. It's a really cool way to enter a song, you know. So if we're talking about waking up, I'll go with that one.
So then, if this is about your own personalities each. So if there was a song about your personality, what would it be called? Like a made-up song?
You know, this is an interesting question because to be honest with you, I think that's just what all the Wings of Steel stuff is, man. It's like it's our personality in the music. So I don't know. I mean, if I was to answer that question, make something up, it'd be like, all right, well, Leo, I guess write another song, and what are we gonna call it? And okay, we call it. All right, there's your answer. You know, so
yeah,
that's kind of how I would. I don't know.
Well, I've got one for you actually. Shut the fuck up and trying to sleep.
There you go.
There we go. All right. What about you, Leo?
Oh man, that's a great question, dude. I'm
Sweet Abroad. Fuck me,
maybe.
Where's songs out from? Well, I'm done anyway. Sorry.
Yeah,
I've not been drinking. Dude, honestly, I've been drinking tea.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, man. I would need more time to think about that one to give you a proper answer. I don't have one for you.
It's cool. It's fine. Not a problem. All right. Do you prefer beer or pizza?
Probably pizza. I don't want. I mean, look. I mean, I play in a heavy metal band. I know how sacred that beer is. So, like, I don't want to piss anybody off by saying that. But I think personally, I'd probably have pizza a little bit more than beer. And to be honest with you, I don't. Well, yeah, beer, pizza.
Yeah. Well, I think I feel like you can take like there are a lot of different types of beers, and people can get really like intricate with it. I'm a very simple beer drinker when I do drink beer. But I feel like with pizza, like there's so many things you can put on there. It's more universal. So I will go with the universal option, actually.
I like that. Yeah. Are you guys, as a band, saints or sinners?
We're both.
All right. And the final one's really important, right? So Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or Kermit the Frog?
Oh, dude, Kermit the Frog, man. Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. I agree.
He's green and sits on a rock and sings.
Yep. That if that guy was running the U.S., man, the world would be a very peaceful place. You know.
That's what the world needs, man.
All right, guys.